Welcome back, folks. I'm Adamo Luciano. He's David Bruno, and this is season 2 of the Max Statman podcast, presented by Forza Juve EN. David Bruno in Montreal. How are you, sir?
I'm good. What's up, Adam?
It's been a long time since we did one of these. A lot has happened since we did one of these. Italy, of course, were crowned European champions.
Number one.
We did it. I know our good friend God is the greatest. Had us nowhere even close to winning. But, as I said, England, they were shit. And Italy got the job done. David Bruno, how's your summer been going so far?
Good. It's going good. Good weather. Spending time with family. Getting shit done. You know.
Been seeing a lot of pictures of you by the pool. That looks really, really refreshing. My summer has been a mess. The truth is, I'm getting ready to move. As you can see, the background has changed. Most of the jerseys are gone. They're packed up in a box, ready to head out of here. I'm moving in with my grandmother, and then we'll be moving into a new house in about 6 months from now. So, yeah, my summer has been basically just packing up, getting ready to get the heck out of here. Dave,
when do you move?
When's the first move? House is closed on September 5th, meaning that's when the new owners take over. I am supposed to get out of here between the 1st and the 5th. I haven't really decided yet. Okay. But yeah.
So can we move on? You're probably looking forward to Nona's cooking soon?
Yes, I am actually. She
a good 6 months of that looking.
That's right. No more Subway, and it's gonna be all Nona's cooking.
Excellent.
Yes. Should we get into why we're here? The big business of our beloved Juventus.
Welcome, guys.
Season 2. How excited are you for this season, Dave?
I'm good, but I'm ready for season 2, and we're gonna be real. We're gonna be raw. We're gonna. I
don't know how much you wanted to get into the Atalanta game. I know you didn't see too much of it. To be honest,
I was out of the province.
It was a great first half once again. Chiesa looking like Chiesa. Dybala was the big story, though. A lot of people online talking about how they see a change, a new maturity. I even called it. He looks like a real man out there, Paulo Dybala. And, you know, that game, he was the man. The big controversy was, again, Ronaldo walking off the pitch, not even going in the stands with his teammates again. That caused a lot of drama. We'll get into that a little bit later as well. But today there was a game, Juventus under 23s.
Yep.
What did you think? I know the second half wasn't much to talk about. We won't really get into it too much. But first half we saw a little bit of action from our starters. What did you think, Dave?
Yeah, I mean, they're starting to connect. Hopefully, build on what they were starting to develop last season, and I'm looking forward to seeing a lot more of that.
I mean, what got me happy right away is Dybala in the game gets the ball without even deciding which corner, or without even looking, just puts his head up, tucks it in the right corner. I see a little bit of hate online, a little bit of goofy people online saying that he's stat padding. What did you want him to do? Shoot it over the net like an Englishman? He's got the ball on his foot, places it. And this is what I'm so excited for, Dave, is that we got a very, very healthy and motivated Paulo Dybala who spent the whole offseason training. We saw the videos online. He's hungry. He's ready to go. He knows he's going to be motivated because he's not under contract past this season. So as we just got news from Romeo Gresti not too long ago saying that Dybala and his entourage, his agent, will be meeting with Juventus for the fourth, hopefully the final time, and they get these negotiations done. Dybala wants 10 million euros a year, and that's exactly what Juventus was offering him last season when he didn't want to sign. And now it is being reported that he wants 8 million euros a season. So if he wants that extra 2, he's got a few games coming up here in the future where he can show and prove his worth right away.
That's
And he can get that started this Saturday. It was Saturday, Sunday, Juventus game
It's
against
Sunday
against Atalanta. Against Atalanta. Udinese.
Udinese, and as alternative captain this year, chosen by Max,
Alternative captain.
single-handedly picked. He's definitely going to be showing a lot of leadership and really showing why he's that choice.
What did you think of Allegri's comments on Bonucci? I know you're a big Bonucci fan. What did you think of those comments?
I didn't love them. Look, I didn't love them. I put out a tweet at some point. I mean, we all know that Bonucci and Allegri, they argued, they had a rift.
Yep.
They don't love each other.
He left the club.
They can work with each other, but they don't love each other. He left
the club under Allegri.
So I mean, it was kind of a cheap shot. I see it like, yes, media and the translation can make it way bigger than what it is. I agree with that. But did it need to be said? Was it necessary? No.
You know what I actually liked about this whole situation is that
attitude.
You don't like Max's attitude.
No, I do like Max's
attitude. You do like Max. You just didn't like those comments. You just didn't like those comments.
Yeah, I just didn't love it because I like Bonucci, and he did really well at the Euros, and he really was a leader at the Euros.
And you know what I liked about this whole thing? I like that Bonucci squashed it right away. Like, he laughed it off and pretty much says, "Oh, Mister, it's just him being Mister. No big deal." But you got to say there's got to be a little bit of a big deal there, because at the end of the day, he did take away the armband from him. Right? So it was a real thing.
Yeah, and like I said, we all know that they at one point probably almost hated each other, right? So, anyways, I'm sure they're professionals. They'll get through it. They'll get through the season. Bonucci will be Bonucci. I'd love the Azzurri Bonucci to carry over. We'll see. But Bonucci, he's our man. So I support him both.
The game this Sunday, we got a lot of injuries. We got a new transfer signing who maybe not quite ready to be in this starting lineup. We'll get to that in the next segment. But first, I want to talk about who you think and who I think is Juve's best starting 11. Not this season, but for this game coming up against Udinese and what Max Allegri has available to him this Sunday. I mean, we missing a lot of guys. Missing Arthur, of course. He's not even on the UEFA Champions League roster. He'll be out until at least the new year. Rabiot will be out for at least the beginning of the season, maybe till the end of September. So with that, I think right now our best 11 for Sunday would have to be obviously Tech starting, even though Pinsolio came in today in the second half and made an amazing save. I don't know if you saw it, but he got that hand up and tipped it right over the bar. So Pinsolio proving himself once again to be the best third goalie in all of Europe. Not even a question.
The best cheerleader, though. The number one cheerleader, though.
Who's better?
Number one.
Who's better? No one.
Love him. Legend.
So Tech will get the start. And then in the middle of central defense, I think he'll go with Bonucci, De Ligt, with Cuadrado on the right, Sandro on the left.
Yeah.
Ramsey, he's going to keep going with this. He doesn't have Arthur, and he doesn't have our new big signing available to start this game.
I saw him playing some decent passes forward today, a couple of times today.
And you know what I like about it too, Dave? Ramsey has seemed to, want to be like, it's like, no problem. You want me there, mister? I'm there. And, he's taken to the role. He wanted to stay. He wanted to prove himself. He didn't cry about it. He says, you know what? I'll try this new role out. And so far, he looks pretty good. I mean, we don't got too many options back there right now, especially with the Arthur injury. So, Ramsey in the middle of the pitch, how do you feel?
Even if he plays as a sub there, and let's say Locatelli takes that spot, right?
Yep.
Who knows what Max has in mind? He has a lot of good options, but Ramsey, it's a place where he can kind of lay back, dictate the game a little bit, pass the ball a bit more, so get more touches on the ball. But at the same time, he's maybe moving a bit less, and maybe he'll be able to stay fit a little bit longer, a little bit of longevity by hanging back a little bit.
So there was a little bit of a minor mistake I made in my notes here where I suggested that he should go with McKennie in the lineup, but I'm remembering right now, Weston McKennie is in fact suspended for this first Serie A game of the year. So Max Allegri, I think what he's going to do is he's going to go with Ramsey in the middle. I think he'll slide probably Bentancur on that right side and then maybe put Federico Bernardeschi playing behind the forwards on the left. And then up front, what do you think, Bernardeschi? I know
he's already played him there on the right, I believe.
No, the Atalanta game he played him on the left side.
Yeah,
it was the left side against Atalanta.
At a funeral, I caught like 30 minutes of that game.
The Atalanta game he played on the left. He scored a banger. I'm sure you saw the goal.
I mean,
he scored a banger. You know,
it's a fresh season with a fresh team.
See, that's the thing, though, Dave. That's the thing. Haven't we been saying this?
A clean wrap, right?
Haven't we been saying this every year, though, when it comes to Bernardeschi? Oh, fresh start, fresh season, fresh coach, fresh position.
It's becoming
But here's the thing, though. He's coming off two big things. He's coming off winning the Euros, and then right after that, coming back home and getting married. So you got to say the confidence right now for Bernardeschi has got to be sky high. It's got to be up there. And there's no excuses this time around. He's talked a big game. And I'm not going to put the guy down. I ain't going to be one of these Bernardeschi out guys. No, I'm going to support him. I'm going to support the player, and I want him to do well. But guess what, Dave? This is it, bro. Like, he's got a ball. He's got to show up this season. What do you think Bernardeschi's showing up this season?
I take it the same way as you. It's once that whistle blows, once that season starts, I support my players, but I'll have an opinion. This guy has. He's like had many chances, right, at this point.
Yep.
So I mean, it's do or die. I thought last year was do or die for Bernardeschi, and apparently the market didn't heat up around his name as much as we potentially thought it would have this summer, this Mercado. So it's do or die, man. But
that's fine. This is the year.
Hang 1 sec. The last time he really made an impact attacking was under Max Allegri. Then I finished there. Who knows?
The thing is, though, Dave, will he get that chance up front? When he was playing under Max Allegri, he was doing good, but he was doing good as one of Allegri's front three forwards. Now he's got we're stacked up there.
Well,
so when we're talking about up front, especially for Sunday's game, I see him going with false line, Dybala in the middle, Ronaldo on the left, and Federico Chiesa, who all summer in the Euros has just showed, you put me anywhere, left, right, I'm going to ball, amazing. I'm going to score goals, I'm going to show everyone that I am one of the best players in all of Europe.
Oh yeah. This guy, he's... I said it last year. I'll say it again. He's going to win a Ballon d'Or at one point, and he'll be the next Juve player who does.
Yeah.
Just my opinion, guys.
And that's why I want to see guys like Kulusevski and Bernardeschi. Yes. You know, there's going to be a lot of competition to break into that front three. So if you want to get, especially with Morata playing in the middle and Dybala, who knows where Dybala may find games where Morata's in the lineup and Dybala's playing behind Morata. It's going to be hard to...
In a 4-2-3-1.
In a 4-2-3-1.
That's where I would be putting Dybala.
And that's the beauty of Max Allegri.
That's his position. I believe that's his position, is behind the striker.
The beauty of Max Allegri, Dave, is that from week to week, we don't know the tactics. It's so simple. We could say 4-3-3. I don't know that. You know what I mean? With Pirlo, we were getting standard almost. It was almost standard 4-4-2 at C, or sorry 3-5-2.
We had 3-5-2s. We had we did have 4-4-2 at some point.
We did have 4-4-2.
We had 4-3-3 sometimes as well.
Yeah, but there was standards.
Not as much.
Yeah. It was almost standard 3-5-2 with Cuadrado on the wing, being the guy that comes down the left.
Backs,
Exactly. I think we're going to see less of that this year. I think with Cuadrado, yes, he'll be a big player on that right side, and he'll be crossing the ball in more. But we're going to see a lot of counterattacks again. And that's what we showed in the Atalanta game was the Max Allegri. We're gonna play positional football. We're gonna hold our line, and as soon as we get that ball, we're gonna break out. And
a lot less pressing.
A lot less pressing and focusing on getting that ball back and counterattack right away. And that's where you see guys like Kulusevski's going to fit in great under this system.
Mm-hmm.
Bernardeschi might fit in good under this system, right?
You save a lot of energy that way.
You save a lot of energy.
Once you're on that counter, your battery's charged. Man.
If Ronaldo is willing to play in this system, get back a little bit, I think he can thrive in this system as well, Dave.
And Max,
might be a little bit harder for him at 36 years old, but
yeah.
We got 1 year left of Cristiano Ronaldo, and I think Cristiano Ronaldo is going to sit a little bit on the bench this year. What do you think about that?
Max won't be afraid to bench him, but at the same time, sometimes it's good for a 37-year-old man. He doesn't always need to play against the Cagliaris. Like, yes, he scores a hat trick against them. We could beat them without him. We could save him to be fresher for bigger games. Obviously, a champion like Ronaldo, he wants to play every game, and that's his mentality, and that's what makes him himself. But he needs to accept that sometimes he needs to take a rest every now and then too, right? I mean, he suggests it to coaches every now and then, but now it might be a bit more enforced.
I think we should get to this topic here because it feels like we kind of buried the lead on this podcast a little bit.
Let's go.
Because
we just did the lineups. Let's go.
We did the lineups, but I think there's a lot of people.
Season prediction.
You don't want to get to the big news first?
Right. Do the season prediction.
Okay, we'll do season prediction first. You're
an organized guy. We got this in order.
Okay. Bring up my prediction, my tweet. You got it there?
Yeah. Give me one. Sorry, guys.
What happened?
I did the wrong screen. There we go.
Okay, so as you see, first of all, I put out this tweet last night, and I'm going to be honest, it was a little bit of what you want to call trolling, as you can see, because there's one very obvious team missing from that list, and they happen to be the Scudetto winners from last season, and that's Merda.
I was going to say, remind the viewers their name.
Yeah, Merda, right? So Merda's on that list, and I got a lot of flack from Juve. Oh, you can't be serious. You guys are showing your bias again. Relax, dude. This is just a joke tweet. Obviously, Merda's gonna, finish within the top 6 at least. I don't know about top 4, to be honest. But within the top 6 at least, because the way I see it, Juve's gonna win this season. I have no doubt about it. And yesterday I watched a 30-minute interview of Jose Mourinho, who spoke elegant Italian perfectly. And the man, he's a great salesman, Dave. He's a great salesman.
Oh, he's good about talking about himself.
And he sold me on the fact that Roma are going to finish second. Third, I got Atalanta. Fourth, Lazio. Now, that's it for the Champions League spots.
Yeah.
Napoli 5th, Milan 6th. If I was really going to say this for real, I got Juve 1, Merda 2, Roma 3, Atalanta 4, Lazio 5, Napoli 6, and then Milan back to 7th.
See, I thought a little bit differently. I think Juve does take it this year. I think Milan
why do you think they take it, though? Is it simply just because of Max Allegri?
It's because Max Allegri, and it's one more year of this young core that's already gelling together at the end of the year. One more year of them together. We're good this year. I'm pretty sure we have it this year.
I think as long as...
It's not a given. We're gonna work really hard.
Two things, Dave. I think Chiesa and Dybala, I think those guys stay healthy. We win Scudetto.
That's it.
I
go Juve. But then I chose Milan because
I don't even have Milan in my top 6. I don't even have Milan in my top 6. You have them second.
They got us. They were a good team, and they just fell off because of injuries last year. But I think the X factor is Giroud.
Who did he sign, Dave? You got one of your.
Giroud is going to score. Giroud is going to score a lot of goals for them.
Well, I got him on my fantasy team, so let's hope that's
a lot of goals for them.
I have Giroud on my fantasy team, so let's yeah.
Tomari was a good signing.
That's the signing right there.
Good keeping him. Mangyan, the goalkeeper, they've got a good goalkeeper in the match.
That's one thing that they did good business. When they got rid of Donnarumma,
this window. I don't think they're
did good business. Even getting rid of Donnarumma for their new keeper was good business because the money Donnarumma was asking, there's not too many teams in the world that can afford that.
But one thing we agree on is Atalanta in third. They've constant team, steady team, not the biggest changes.
Gangsters, Gasparini gangsters.
Not the biggest changes in the squad over the summer, huge losses, etc. Yep. I think they're a really good team. They play real football. They've got amazing chemistry. And Mourinho, he makes Champions League with Roma this year.
Really?
I go Inter, Lazio, and then Napoli miss out.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. This list here, except for Juve at number 1, the rest of the numbers, Dave, I have no idea what I'm talking about. I really don't.
I was trying to be serious.
You're trying to be serious. That's why I'm really looking at yours and being really wow, really getting into it, right?
Yours isn't bad. It's just, Milan, Inter, merda.
Yeah.
They need to fit somewhere in.
Yeah.
I see them. They've had too much loss. I see them finishing.
Look, I don't know about placing, but I see Juve 1, and then after that, I don't know about in order, but in the rest of the top 4, I see Roma, Atalanta, and Merda. That's my top 4. I don't in no particular order. And in the end, it doesn't really matter the order as long as you make top 4 and finish first, right? Because
black and white guys.
Juve, we finished 4th. We got a miracle Champions League spot, and it feels like we almost won the league.
It was a good finish of the year.
Bizarre finish.
As best as we could finish it.
Now, can we get into the big news? The news that everyone was waiting all summer for since Euro ended. Where's Locatelli? When are we signing Locatelli? Why aren't we giving them the money right away? Well, guess what, folks? It almost came down to not the end of Mercato wire, but to the season wire. And Juventus finally get their man. And David Bruno, not only did we get their man, we got the man on a Cherubini special. You want to talk about this deal for Locatelli?
Yeah.
In the figures?
Let's pull it up.
Do we have it? We don't even have a tweet with the figures.
We didn't open it up. Doesn't matter. We know the figures.
We know the figures.
He's on loan. He's on loan for 2 years.
Yep.
We pay his salary, $2 million. Nothing.
No. Say that again, Dave. I want people to understand this. The first 2 years of this loan, how much are we giving Sassuolo?
Nothing.
Say it again.
Nada.
Nothing.
Nada.
Nothing. Zero. Yeah. The amount of people I said, just give them the money. Give them $35 million. What the heck is the problem? Blah, blah, blah.
I even said it at one point. I was getting.
Can you bring up my tweet? Do you have my tweet? Do you have my tweet up there?
Yeah,
please. I don't want to. I know I call you Barry Horowitz from time to time in private.
Even me, I was getting fed up. Just pay the money. I'm getting fed up of this crap. Let's go.
I'm gonna do a Barry Horowitz
season team.
I'm gonna do a Barry Horowitz right now and pat myself on the back, Dave. Pat myself on the back because I said it. Do you have that tweet?
Yes.
Here it is. Bring up the first one. No. Go back. That tweet. This tweet you had.
That's
but click on it. Click on the yes. Fans crying that Juve have not signed Locatelli yet must never have negotiated a car loan. Carnevale has zero leverage. Locatelli has made it clear the only contract he will ever put his name on is for Juve. So Swallow will take what we offer or Locatelli stays there. Now let's go back to yesterday's tweet. Just go back. Why are you showing God is the greatest?
I just want to see Mbappe's face.
Stupid God is the greatest.
I just want to see Mbappe's face.
And then today, man, remember this tweet.
It's my buddy, God.
Like I said, okay, let me read this. Remember this tweet. Like I said, when you have all the leverage, you don't let them off the hook. Just pay them, some
True.
said.
It's true.
Cherubini Masterclass. Get used
Honestly,
to it.
It's true. It's true. And I'll be completely honest. I'll admit it. I was getting fed up. Do it. Just stop lowballing them. Give them a reasonable offer. Get it done. Get him in the team. Get him in preseason. Let's gel. Let's have him starting. We wait a little bit. Look at the deal we got.
You know, Dave, and I knew it. I knew it. I fancy myself a businessman. I knew how it was going to go down. Locatelli could have went to Arsenal and made not just double the money, Dave. We're talking about triple the money. Triple the money. We're giving this kid, what did you say again? 2 million euros a year plus bonus?
Million. I said that we're just paying his salary of Sassuolo.
Yeah, 2 million a year plus bonus. Now. He could have went to Arsenal, Locatelli, for, I don't know, 6-7 million euros a season, easily. But he sent that beautiful tweet out yesterday with him and his girlfriend, and he explained to the whole world that he has been a fan of Juventus, his whole family pretty much, since he was a little kid. And this is a dream come true. This is what he always wanted. This is why he's not a Mino Raiola client, and this is why he signed for Juve for 2 million euros. And this is why you don't let him off the hook. And when you have all the leverage, you say, okay, what do you want to do? What do you want to do?
Sure.
Because at the end of the day, they love Locatelli at Sassuolo, and they didn't want to do him dirty, and they were never going to do him dirty. Locatelli is now a Juventini. And let's bring up that tweet of me showing the people what we got, Dave, from our friend Tactical Roll. And this is what we got, folks. Now, some people, they could say, well, did Juventus get the best midfielder in all of Serie A? Well, according to this tweet here from Tactical Roll via GGS Juve, Manuel Locatelli, most long balls completed per game and the highest success rate in all of Serie A. And the cherry on top, he switches sides more than any other player in the league. And David Bruno, this is exactly what we were missing last year. This is exactly what we needed. And this is exactly is what it's going to bring us back to first place in Serie A.
Let's look at some of his stats here from FootMob last year.
Yes,
so
sir.
FootMob, we are not sponsored by them, just to put it out there. It's just an app that I've been using for a couple of years. So look, he's had an average rating. They're not the best at rating system, but they're decent, 7.18. The guy, he had 4 goals. Expected goals would have been 3.7. He can score some penalties if we need. He had a couple of assists. But look at it. This is what I want to highlight here. This passes. 2,749 pass attempts.
And that is first by far, by the way.
Yeah, he's had a lot of passes.
By far.
He's got 38 key passes here. He had 27 out of his 36 dribbles successful. But look at this. It's just over 50%. Look at his tackle. Attempted tackles, 81. Successful tackles, 47. So we've got a guy who's going to be able to tie up the other team in the middle, get the ball away, play a beautiful pass to one of our forwards, and hopefully set up a nice goal. And he can also clear the ball, 58 last year and 51 interceptions. So, I mean, we have a very well-rounded player for a very cheap price.
We won the Euros, Dave, and we won it with basically Marco Verratti starting all the important games. But one amazing thing is that Manuel Locatelli, when he started in place of Verratti, he was the best midfielder in the whole tournament. And it's a shame. It's almost a shame. It's almost a shame that Verratti came back, because I think even with Locatelli in that lineup, Dave, I think we would have been okay. I think we could have went all the way without him.
I think you could have taken Locatelli and put him in Verratti or Barella's spot, and I think we would have done well. But you wouldn't have been able to replace Jorginho. And that means a lot, because Verratti was very good.
But here's the thing, though. He might be playing the Jorginho role this year for Juventus.
Exactly.
Right?
I personally, I know
he's either going to play a number 6 or number 8.
Box to box. I mean, he can play box to box, but I see him more as that, in the back.
Here's the best part, though, Dave. Either role, he's going to thrive. Either role,
he's built for those roles. He's built for. He's just for the
Juventus is with Locatelli, folks. Juventus is getting exactly what they need, and
Exactly
I'm
what
gonna
we paid for.
I'm gonna make this prediction too. I say if we get Arthur Melo back, and we can get him in the Champions League roster for the knockout stages, I can see that a very important piece in the midfield with Arthur coming back and being that regista, playing the number 6 role, and then Locatelli moving up a little bit there and playing number 8. That's how I see our Champions League. That's how I see our best 11 on European nights. What do you say, Dave?
I mean, I'm just so excited to see a European night that I can't even think that far right now. I want to see a lot from Arthur this year. We know his recovery is going to be a couple of months, unfortunately, to the osteo, whatever it was. He had calcium in his leg bone.
Basically, he's got weak knees.
I expect a lot more from him this year. More games. I expect better decisions, better passes.
I do too, and I
think he has it inside him too. I think he really can do it though. So I'd like to see him take the chance a bit better than last season.
Arthur is a great player, Dave. Great player, but he's shown that he can't stay fit. He's shown it.
Right.
And I think with Locatelli, Locatelli and maybe even Ramsey gives Allegri that option that says when Arthur comes back, that I can have these guys in place with him and take time away from Arthur to keep him fresh. Because Arthur is a Ferrari that we need to take care of. You know, we only take him out of the garage for special occasions.
That's right.
You know,
summer car.
And if he's there for important games, the way that ball is attached to his foot, playing regista, Locatelli just in front of him, I think it's perfect.
Yeah.
I think it's perfect.
That's right. So,
want to get into the unfortunate news.
Your boy.
The Ronaldo drama.
Mm-hmm.
Dave, you just read an article about this. Let's get this started. Where did this all start? This started when? Monday.
It appeared to be on Monday, and on the Spanish news.
There was a tweet from that. There was a tweet from that show. You know how to pronounce the name.
He jinxed me, guys. He jinxed me. El Chiringuito.
And the show
with bestie.
Exactly, with his best friend and the guy who hosts the show, the meme online, the TikTok guy. He was the host of the show, and he brought in Ronaldo's friend, very prominent journalist. Very prominent. You want to bring up the pictures of this goofy guy, Dave? So I know pretty much everyone who's listening to this right now is probably familiar with the situation. But yeah, this guy basically went on this show. The TikTok guy is the host. Guys. Everybody knows who I'm talking about when I say the TikTok guy. But yeah, this is Ronaldo's friend. He basically went on this show and made a mess and told the world that the big revelation was that anything can happen in the last 14 days of Mercato. And that one very prominent coach in Europe has called Cristiano personally and said that he wants Cristiano. And then when they came back from commercial break, they announced that coach was Carlo Ancelotti. And the whole world exploded. Oh my God! Real Madrid wants him back. Ronaldo's gonna go back to Real Madrid. This is his friend. Show the pictures on the yacht, bro. This is his friend. He's there it is. Look at him. He's with the sun. This is his friend. He knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Sun right there.
And then
if you go through his social media,
this guy's legit friend, bro.
He's close with Ronaldo.
Oh, I'm not questioning that at all.
He's not
dude.
just
This
a
is
journalist.
his friend.
He's his friend.
Not questioning that one bit, Dave.
Friend.
Not questioning that one bit. What I'm questioning is the next day we got that statement from Carlo Ancelotti saying basically Ronaldo's the GOAT. I loved coaching him. I loved him at Madrid. I loved him when we had him here. He'd done all these things, but I never called him, and we don't want him back. Basically,
That's right.
And Georgina put a little ha tweet underneath.
That's right.
Cryptic. No one knows exactly what that means for sure. And then the big Instagram post came out where Ronaldo explained himself saying, oh, look at this. People are using my name again. Be quiet. And then the most thing that Juventini got upset about that Instagram post is that he didn't finish it off with Fino alla fine or Forza Juventus. Which, to be honest, I don't really care about. And that's not what I'm upset about. What I'm upset about is Cristiano. You're saying people didn't want to... You're upset that people are using your name for clicks or whatever. But Chris, the one thing you left out, my friend, is the guy that was talking all this stuff was the dude on the Instagram with all the pictures of you and him together like you guys are best friends. So I got to ask Cristiano, who gave permission to this guy to go on that show? There's no way this guy... You're telling me this guy has access, is in the Cristiano Ronaldo inner circle, okay? He's in that inner circle, has access, takes pictures with his son, is on the yacht, and you're telling me Cristiano Ronaldo didn't know his own boy was going to go on that show and say that?
Yeah, I mean...
I don't want to...
Or they had a fight or something, or... I mean, come on. Right?
CR7 fanboys may get upset with me, but this reeks of Messi's getting all the heat, all the attention. It's time to talk about Cristiano Ronaldo a little bit. What do you think, Dave?
Hey, Pele answered him.
Pele?
Nada vai a parga.
What do you say? I still got more goals than you?
I think it says doesn't... I can't understand. I don't think nothing matters but history. I think...
This is...
Correct
this
me, guys.
is manufactured drama.
I don't speak Spanish either.
This is manufactured drama, bro, in my opinion. This is manufactured drama.
At the end of the day, Cristiano Ronaldo, he's disgruntled. He showed it at the end of the last season. He's upset, right?
He walked off the pitch against Atalanta again. Yeah, right? We talked about that earlier. He walked off the pitch
recently. I mean, he
and I don't care if you're the GOAT, bro. That's freaking horse shit. It's horse shit, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't care what the game is. You go sit up there.
My buddy Justin, man, he's Portuguese. He loves Ronaldo. Right?
Yeah,
he loves him. Right, follows him all around. So even he said it's bullshit. You sit down. It's friendly. It's a preseason game. You sit on the bench with your teammates. You don't run to the dressing room. But we know Ronaldo. He has an ego. He'll show it when he's upset. He isn't afraid to do that. And Mendes was shopping him around. He's pissed, man. He wanted to go to PSG.
He wanted to go to PSG. That's what I think
PSG,
too,
man.
And Messi took his spot
with the other players. And yeah, Messi took his spot. His biggest rival out of his whole career just took his spot. Just slipped in there from the back and bang. It's now he has that role. Now you're laying back at a club where you don't want to be, but it's the only club that's going to pay you that money that you get paid. And with the salary you're getting paid, you shouldn't be doing that shit, going to the dressing room, little thumbs up and running.
Let me ask you this. Like me, you're a huge football fan, not just Juventus. I mean, you follow all over the world what's going on. And one of the biggest stories right now is what's going on with Kylian Mbappe at PSG. Now, Messi came in and everyone was saying right away, why wouldn't Mbappe want to stay? As you know, he's like Dybala, is only under contract for 1 more year, and then he can leave on a free if he's not signed up again.
Yep.
So I don't think it's a secret that he wants to go to Real Madrid. It's just when's it going to happen? Are they going to sell the player? Or are they going to try to go for Champions League with the player this year and say, you know what, we're worth so much money as a club. We got all the corrupt oil money. We can just let him walk at the end of the year on a free.
And the rules are more lenient due to COVID, so they're able to take advantage of that and do what they did this summer. So they're all in, right?
But Dave, I think there's a good chance. I still think there's a good chance Mbappe can move to Real Madrid this summer.
Yeah, it's 50-50, I say, too.
50-50. I think it's 50-50.
I mean, Real Madrid were rumored to be waiting until towards the end of August to make a very large offer, too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And those were the two things. Manchester. The two stories are that Manchester City are going to wait till the last second, and so is PSG and Real Madrid going to wait for the last second on this deal. But I think with Ronaldo and his behavior, I truly believe that if this deal gets done and Mbappe this season at the end of this Mercato goes to Real Madrid, I think we could see something crazy where Ronaldo could leave, goes to PSG, we get a little bit of cash back, and maybe someone we've been linked with for a long, long time. Someone I know I'll be happy with, not because of the player, but because of the wife. That guy is Mauro Icardi coming back to Juventus. How do you feel about my little prediction that if Mbappe goes, you don't want him?
Don't want him, but at least he'll smile.
Okay,
at least
I'm not asking you.
Her boobs bounce around, you'll smile a little bit more.
I'm not asking you what you want. I'm saying, do you see something like that happening? If Mbappe goes to Real Madrid, can you see that happening? Because for me, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Ronaldo and Messi playing together with Neymar, that would just be ridiculous to watch. It's possible. I mean, at the end of the day, PSG are with Mbappe. They're backed into a corner. They're either like, okay, we're oil titans. We're so rich where it doesn't matter if this commodity just leaves for free at the end of his contract.
That's what I'm saying.
We're businessmen. We're backed into a corner. Okay, let's take this large offer that they're going to offer because he's going to leave for free.
Yeah.
We just spent a bunch of money this summer. This offer helps us, and we can get Ronaldo.
Look.
And we can put Ronaldo with Messi. And didn't you see the record jerseys apparently sold for Messi? Imagine Ronaldo now joins it. The PSG would just, their value would just like quadruple in a season with them both together. It would be ridiculous.
I think no matter what, Ronaldo ends up, unless something miraculous happens, Dave, and somehow Juventus and Max Allegri actually win the Champions League this season, maybe that's the way Ronaldo can stay for another 2 years. Maybe. That's the only way.
It's his last year.
It's his last year. I think he's going to PSG.
I don't need another year of him, though. I love him, but I mean, our young team needs to develop.
Yeah, but my prediction, Dave, my big prediction right now is that if they get this deal done, Mbappe goes to Real Madrid, this Mercato, I think the deal with Ronaldo, cash, and Manuel Locatelli coming back this way, I think that deal gets done.
Yeah,
I really do.
It's very realistic.
It makes sense for you.
It doesn't make sense.
I don't love it either. Dave.
The only way it doesn't make sense for Juve is because we have Morata, who is our striker. We have Dybala, who's going to have a central striker role, and now we have Caio Jorge. So we know that.
And we know Kyle's going to play, Dave. Kyle's going to play.
Sao Paulo has first dibs on a loan back for him too. So if we do get Icardi at the last minute, that means he can go back and spend the second half in Brazil if he's not.
Because we've said all around, this player has to play.
I want this guy to stay here in the future.
Yeah, me too.
I want him to be a big guy with us one day.
Me too.
Should
we get into the last topic, the last big transfer rumor that came from Di Marzio last night, and it had to do with it had to do with a fan favorite, someone that Juventus got last year, and they closed the deal on for around 17 million euros, and that is Texas boy Weston McKennie. Yesterday, Di Marzio, he came on at around 11:30 Italian time, dinner time around in North America here on the East Coast, and he said that Juve are considering offers for Weston McKennie, and the player is nowhere near unsellable. This is the player that we got last year from a German club for the deal closed, I think, for about what did we get it for Schalke at the end? For 17 million euros, I believe it closed.
The deal closed. I think we paid his salary the first year and around 18.
So
between 17 and 18-ish.
I don't know if this is true, because let's put it like this. Folks, Di Marzio lately, he's good on transfer news, but when it comes to Juventus, I'm going to be honest, he's been slacking lately. He's been off. And Di Marzio, especially during transfer season, he's under a lot of pressure to go on the 11:30 news on Sky Sports and give something. And yesterday, with the Locatelli news wrapped up finally, I think Di Marzio had to bring something, and this is what he brought. Because what did he really say? You know what? At the end of the day, Dave, any player is unsellable. You give me 60 million for Weston McKennie.
yeah.
He's gone,
Listen,
bro. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is.
A player is expendable. We have other
What-
players that are right behind him in the pecking order, like Fagioli wants to come up and get
Yep.
more minutes and probably deserves more minutes.
Probably does.
That's why I'd rather not bring in Pjanic and just keep the squad we have and
Yes,
give the
exactly.
extra minutes to Fagioli. But other story. I mean, McKennie, look, Max can maybe turn him into an attacking type player, and he can maybe when Dybala is playing attacking midfielder sub for Dybala, score a couple of goals. But look, the player, he's probably worth. I think
40. We can get 30, 40.
They get an offer between 30 and 40 million. They'll open their ears and they'll consider
Yeah.
it seriously.
I
Might
think
not pull the
40.
trigger on
I
it,
think
but
40. 40 is the only way. But you know what I was shocked about the
They'll
most,
at
Dave?
least they'll listen. They might refuse.
They'll listen.
but
They'll listen.
They'll
Yeah.
consider it
Yeah,
seriously though.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what I was shocked about the most? If you see underneath the tweet, I said doing a podcast tomorrow, and we'll love to know your thoughts. I was surprised on how split it was. I honestly believe that the majority of people would be on board with, you know what, let's keep McKennie. Let's see what he's all about. I like this guy, Texas boy, fan favorite. I thought that would be the majority. But it
this
seemed...
is the chief editor of MaxStatman.com.
Yeah. What did Tony have? What did Tony have to say?
Said we should keep him. What's a better player we'll buy with that money that we get from him? He should get another season. I don't disagree with him. I mean, if we get a good offer, flip him for money. But he could develop to be a good player, and
he could.
Kind of deserves a second year.
But I think one thing where Juventini, the ones that are like, get rid of him if we can get the money from. I think their argument there.
One. He could improve under Allegri, and then you'll start seeing some. See here, like Juventini Lou, who's also, I believe,
Juventini Lou.
Yeah, see Juventini Lou. He says. That if an offer of 40 million should come in, it's hard to say no. Lou, it just flows perfectly, man. If you say it out that way, his name. But he's a cool guy. Give him a
I was so shocked. I was so shocked how many people were like, you know what? Let's get rid of him.
35 plus his wages manageable.
And I think what spooks some of these guys, these are not just, stupid guys, bro. These are my friends. No. These are guys who know football that I talk with. Banter.
Honestly, most of our fans are pretty educated.
I'm saying exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Most of the guys who check us out.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't mean like our fans, like my fan. I don't.
One thing I am so proud of the Max Statman community, Dave. One thing I'm so proud of is how intelligent and how down to earth, how rational and how intelligent and educated they are when it comes to Juventus and all the football.
And cool, and we appreciate
I think one thing that spooked the people that were like, yeah, you know what, sell McKennie, was the fact that this guy's not a crisp passer. He just isn't, Dave. He's not a crisp passer.
No,
and when you talk about midfield skills, what do you think is the most important skill for a midfielder?
Passing, man. Passing. Unless you want to play that role where you're defensive midfield.
Yep.
But he won't be a regista. He would just break it up, and we don't need another one in our system, right? So,
yeah,
doesn't have the passing to do that. But look, I mean, he could kind of be like what Khedira was. I saw a couple of people saying that too. But in terms of his goals, when Khedira that year he scored like 9 or 10 Serie A goals, where he was kind of
Khedira wasn't all bad with Khedira.
It wasn't that bad, man. He just his knees.
And you're right, Dave. He does remind me a little bit of Khedira. And if he can do good Khedira, and this is a player that's young, fit, got years ahead of him, I think we got something there. And
he's definitely motivated.
Here's the thing that scares me about McKennie is what we've said, the passing ability. And passing ability, that's not something that you can learn, bro. That's something you're born with. That's talent. You know what I mean?
So like, I'll just go like that because look at the improvement in Cuadrado in the last 3 years.
Took a lot of work, Dave.
It took work, but I mean, everyone can improve everything, especially a young player. He's not going to be an amazing passer.
And Cuadrado still ain't perfect either.
He'd be acceptable. He could get better.
Yeah.
When a good offer comes in, I would personally probably sell him if a good offer, good money comes in, especially if we're as broke as we say we are, and we have the player like Fagioli who could come in and easily eat up the same minutes.
Easily.
That's my opinion, guys.
What do you think of some of the young players that we saw Max Allegri bring up before we go? Let's briefly get into this. There was Fagioli, Saul. There's a couple I'm missing, but Felix Correa, Marquez. Yeah. I was actually impressed with our under 23s, and it gives me a little bit of pause. And it's like, I look at teams all over Europe, Dave, and not just small clubs. I'm talking about some of the biggest clubs in the world, in England. And a lot of them, they are willing to give. Like, you see a club like Arsenal, Saka, 19 years old. Get in there, kid. Sink or swim. And that's something Juventus, we just don't do. We don't do like other clubs. We don't
have enough academy players coming up.
We
That's
don't,
one
exactly.
thing we do not have enough.
We do not.
We need to focus on our youth. And we have made a lot of good moves in the last 2 years of signings for the youth players. That's one thing.
But why do you think that is that Juventus is always apprehensive? Juventus has always seemed the most nervous of all the big clubs to give young players a chance.
It's like we just flipped them.
Yeah,
we flipped them all.
Yep. We flip them. We flip them all to make swap deals better.
It's like we have that old mentality, right? Where you're not ready, you're not getting it, right? Or you'll come on and yes, you have a lot of potential, but I'm only giving you 5 minutes, and you're not going to show me a lot in 5 minutes, right? It's like
from what I saw from Fagioli,
give someone half a game.
From what I've seen from Fagioli, yes, he's still got to get it, a little bit buffer. He's got to develop into a man. That's what I like about Locatelli. Locatelli, you're getting a young player, but you're getting a developed player, dude. This guy is 23 years old, but come on, he is. He is as you look at those legs. You look at those.
League for years.
He's exactly what you need in a midfield. Someone big, someone who's physical and can handle all the rough play that comes with being a midfielder. And that's what I think that's lacking with some of these young players in the midfield. Is that these guys?
Yeah, go ahead.
They're weak. They're a little bit weak. Fantastic quality, talented, beautiful feet, can handle the ball, but they're just a little bit weak.
But how do you not get stronger if you don't play?
Exactly. How do you not get stronger if you don't play?
I don't see why we can't give Fagioli 300, 400, 500 minutes. Give the guy a real chance.
I am 100% on board with you, Dave.
Or you do like Rovella, where he has been playing at another Serie A club for last year and this year.
But that's another player, Dave, who I think is amazing.
And he's going to be in our team.
We have one of our good friends, Marco, who shills for this guy 24/7.
Not one of my good friends, guys, but
okay,
he's a little bit of a wacko.
He's a little bit of a wacko, but okay.
No, whatever. You're okay, Marco. I'm just breaking your balls.
Even with him shilling for Rovella, you look at that player. He's a good player, but one thing he's lacking, he's a little bit weak, bro. A little bit weak. He reminds me like Fagioli. He reminds me of like Fagioli. He's good on the ball, can play regista and all that, but still a little bit weak. When it comes to ball recovery, I don't know.
They're small, but I mean, listen, they'll as they age, they'll put on more bulk, they'll put on more weight. I mean, look, Rovella, he's a pretty good player, man, and it's the truth. He's fit into a Serie A squad for 2 years.
Yeah.
The guy's ready. He's not ready to be at Juventus yet in that position, but in a year or two, he's ready, and he'll be there, I believe. I think he was a great signing, to be honest.
Okay, before we go, I wanted to ask you one more thing. Give me a prediction for Sunday's game against Udinese. What do you think the final score is going to be? I'll go first and say 2-0. And I think Dybala's going to get a goal. I don't know who's going to get the second goal, but Dybala's going to score.
I don't know, man. I don't know how his confidence is right now, but he was not. It wasn't easy for him to keep clean sheets last year. I think it's going to be a 3-1.
I trust our back line, Dave. I trust our back line.
I trust the back line. I trust Tech too. I mean, he's not a bad keeper. Just obviously,
he's not that good.
I love Buffon. Buffon was still better than him last year. I mean, it's the truth, guys. But yeah, I see 3-1. 3-1. Tech will make a couple of good saves, of course. But I see him letting a goal in, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, That's it for this episode of Max Statman Podcast, Season 2, Episode 1. It's getting that time of the night again where I got to go eat my dinner. David Bruno, any final words before we sign off?
Welcome back, guys, and thanks for your support. And follow Max Statman on Twitter if you want to keep up with the best Juve news.
MaxStatman.com.
Max Statman. Check out
Best writer. Can I just give a shout out to all of our writers?
They deserve
We
it.
have the best writing staff of any independent fan site and all of Twitter, dude. You go look at any culture, Manchester United, City, Barcelona, Madrid, Bayern Munich, PSG. You go look at all these big clubs. Show me a fan channel, an independent fan channel that has a better staff than Max Statman. You won't find it, bro.
Channel.
We're not. But I'm saying you can put them all. You bring them all in. Bring them all in, bro. And we are superior. Number one. Yeah. Love you guys. I love everyone at MaxStatman.com. David Bruno, take it away. Last words before we go.
Yeah, I mean that's it. I mean we have good writers. We have a good variety of people with us. We're happy with who we are. I mean there's great channels everywhere. We just try to do our best. And thanks a lot for our support. If you like the video, you could put a like. I'm never one to beg for it.
Yeah, we're not going to ask.
If you do like our rawness, our realness, you want to hear our opinions, you want to hear news about Juve, you can subscribe to the channel.
At this point, I'm not going to beg, bro. If you want to like and subscribe, you can do whatever you want.
Exactly. We aren't like that, guys. So we don't want to bore you guys with that.
Yeah.
So look, thanks for tuning in. We'll be back soon. We got a big game coming up, and we are excited to pound Udinese out of there.
Yep. Fino alla fine, Forza Juventus, buddy.
Forza Juve always, guys. Signing out.
Ciao, guys. See you next time. Maybe next Tuesday. Expect the next episode.
Take care. Fino alla fine.